Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, it's been a really good day. I've spent the day with my husband and my son where we've been off for the spring break, and we've just really enjoyed ourselves over the weekend, and I hope that you guys had a really good resurrection weekend as well. But I wanted to get on here and just remind you guys, stir up that remembrance in you today about where God's brought you from, and kind of I've been reminiscing myself and going over myself the past couple of days of where I was when Jesus first came into my life and where I am today. And the shirt right here says it all. So I've been singing that song. Got nowhere to turn but Jesus. I turn it all over. Watch him turn it around, turn it around. I send in my prayers to heaven. I'll turn it all over and watch you turn it around, you turn it around. And so that's really what I want to talk to you about today. I remember when there was a point in my life where I was in turmoil. I was in turmoil financially. I was in turmoil in our marriage. I was in turmoil myself and my inner being, my mind, my soul, my spirit, my body, my emotions, my relationships, my friendships. I was in turmoil. In every way around, every way you could look at it, my life was in turmoil. And I didn't see a way out until Jesus. And when he came into my life, guys, at first, even when he was there, my life was hard. And maybe from the outside looking in, it seems like my life was just perfect and easy and smooth. I don't know. I don't know what your perspective of me is because I live in here. But I've had people tell me that before, how blessed I am and how easy my life is and how nice it must be to have this and to have that and to be like this. And I usually just smile and say I'm blessed and that I'm grateful. And I usually kind of sit on my story. But today I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit on what God has done. I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to tell the truth. At first, my life was really hard. And if I had let the hardship, it would have took my marriage. It would have destroyed my health. It would have destroyed my mentality. It could have destroyed me. It could have destroyed my son. It could have destroyed my generations to come had I let it. But I didn't. I didn't give in to the hardship. I didn't give in. By the grace of God, I endured those hard times in our marriage. I endured those hard times in our finances. I endured that depression. I endured the way my body was. I endured those things by the power of God. And because every day that I was stuck in that, I called out to him. I prayed to him and I asked him for change. I asked him to make me a better woman. I asked him to heal my body. I asked him to help me to lose weight. I asked him to heal my marriage, to make my husband the man I needed him to be. I asked him to make me the woman my husband needed to be. I asked him to make me the mom that my Manny needed me to be. I asked him to help me with my mom and with my dad. And I asked him to help me with the relationships of those in my family. I asked him every day. I cried out every day. I waited on him for days. And the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, and the months turned into years. And I waited, and I asked, and I endured. And my God answered. And today I stand where I am. Not in a perfect life by the standards of man. Maybe not even by my own standards, a perfect life. But I know that the place that I stand today, my God put me here. He took my mess, and I turned it to Jesus. And he turned that mess into this message. And that is everything that you bring to him, he hears you. And when you turn to Jesus and you lay those burdens down at his feet and you keep waiting on him and you keep tarrying in prayer and you keep persevering in faith, he answers. Maybe not when you want him to. Maybe not during the time span that you expect him to. But if you wait on him and your heart is insincere and desiring those changes, he hears you and he answers you. And he is faithful to do what you've asked of him. He said that if we ask anything according to his will, knowing that he heard us, that it would be done. So my word to you today is to turn everything over to him. Every time you feel discouraged in that place that you're at, every time it gets so hard that day, every time that man's acting up, that wife is acting up, that child is acting up, that friend is acting up, every time that you're hating the way that your body is, you're hating the way that your life is, you hate the way that you think, you hate your own self, you hate the way you see yourself, you hate the life that you're living. Turn those things over to him. Tell him where you're at. Let him know. He wants it. He said, "Come unto me, all ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." When we learn to tarry with him, when we learn to turn it over to him, when we learn to trust in his timing, he does change, guys. He makes changes. He can transform your life, and he can make a mess to something beautiful. He can turn ashes into beauty. He can turn despair into hope. He can turn a desert into an oasis. He can. So that's what I have for you today. Turn your cares over to him and trust him. Endure the process and let him give you beauty for ashes. I love you guys.